Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy Solution. Hope everybody's having a great starting of the week, Monday this week so far. Weather's still a little bit warm, so we got to deal with that. And so today, guys, I decided to do a video on a topic that people are asking more questions about because they're hearing me refer to this word autophagy when I'm talking about my health protocols that we offer. You can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. You can also go to my Facebook group page, private page, which is Weight Loss Made Easy Solution. And there'll be videos in there, and there'll be some documentation, science documentations on what autophagy is. Now, those of you that follow me know that Emily and I have been doing these protocols that we follow. We're on a high-fat, moderate protein, very low-carb eating plan to add lean muscle and to burn off excess body fat and to maintain overall health because of the benefits when you're on a high-fat, very low-carb diet. And of course, autophagy is one of the benefits. Now, what's unique about autophagy is it's new. It's new to the country. It was discovered only a few years ago. I think it was discovered in 2016 by a Nobel Prize winner. And so that's why not so many health professionals really know about it. And that's why not too many health professionals set their clients up to be in this environment, because it has a lot of health benefits. And it also helps a lot of different disease models, especially those of you that are type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic, or those of you who have fatty liver. This is especially for you. But today's topic, I'm pointing it more toward people that are 50 plus, that are looking to lose that unwanted belly fat that seems to come off very hard. And also this is pointed to, obviously, what I specialize in is people that are type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic, or somebody that's been diagnosed with a fatty liver. If you've been diagnosed with fatty liver, most likely you'll be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes if you already aren't. But anyway, so there is a lot of science now. Just, like I said, it's only been around since 2016 officially by a Nobel Prize winner who discovered it. So just in that short of time, this is 2020. Just in that short of time, there's a ton of good actual scientific case studies showing the many benefits of being into autophagy. Now, autophagy doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, which you have to go on a specific meal plan, and your meals have to be timed out in order to get you to into that environment. Now, because this is still new, autophagy is still new. They're still learning a lot about it, but now they found that if you're even doing, now autophagy is more, they were saying is more toward those that are doing fasting. Fasting is going to put you in autophagy naturally. Okay, either a 16-hour fast or 18-hour fast or a 20-hour fast or a 24-hour fast. That's going to put you in that environment. Now, depending on how long you're fasting, depends on how deep you are, and the deeper you go, it affects certain growth hormones that is going to help you to put on lean muscle at any age. It's also going to elevate your growth hormones. When you get to a certain fasting time, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, obviously you're going to be deeper in autophagy, and you're producing more growth hormones, which means what? Those of you that are 50 over, is called anti-aging. That's exactly what it is. Now, they've also discovered that autophagy, at a certain time, now they haven't identified the best times. Now, obviously, the deeper you go in your fasting, the deeper you're going to be in autophagy, so that is actually a good time. But they've also discovered how autophagy is also helping you to produce brand new stem cells as well. And so that's very encouraging for what? Anti-aging and to add lean muscle. Now, Emily and I have been doing the protocols that we do. We have an online coaching business, and we teach our clients to do primal eating or a ketogenic diet, like you guys know. We combine it with intermittent fasting to escalate the fat burning, which most people want. Well, now science is also showing that these protocols also will help reverse prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and a fatty liver. And so it's very vital or very important that you understand the different levels of autophagy or the different times you should be fasting to get the most benefits out of it. And so our protocols are actually designed for our clients around autophagy to keep them in autophagy daily. Now, you won't always be in deep autophagy, but you're going to learn how to be in autophagy at a certain level throughout the day, and then every so often get into deep autophagy, okay? But a lot of people are questioning, by the way, this is my non-fasting day, so this is my mid-fat coffee. I'm doing coconut cream in my fat coffee to add flavor to it. A lot of you that like flavors, stop doing dairy and go to coconut cream, and you'll be pretty happy with how you feel after doing this a few times. Okay, so that my protocols for my clients are based around trying to put them in some type of level of autophagy. Now, what I did for you guys is I went ahead and Googled what autophagy means. Okay, so that way you can kind of get an, instead of me trying to explain it out of my own words, this is what Google says. It says autophagy is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer ones. You just hear what I just said? Autophagy is a body's way of cleaning out your old dead cells, not just dead cells, but the old proteins that are floating around, especially all that old crap that's floating around the brain, where now they're finding out, if you investigate it or research it, that those dead cells and dead proteins that are in the brain that aren't able to be flushed out could be a link to dementia. Well, your body's got a natural way. It's not induced by chemicals. It's not induced by a shot or a pill. Your body has a natural way to detoxify itself, and it's called autophagy. Most of you aren't giving your body a chance to clean itself out because you are a bunch of high, or what I call carboholics. See, carbs, starchy carbs, refined sugars, stuff like that, you'll never reach autophagy if that's the kind of food you're eating. Understand what I'm saying here? Those starchy foods, high sugar, even fructose or fruits, will knock you out of autophagy. You got to be very careful with that. So the Googles, autophagy cleans out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer cells. Now, regenerate newer cells. What does that mean to you guys that are 50 over? Could it mean anti-aging? Absolutely. And there's plenty of research on it, which will be on this video. In the description center, I'll have a blog post with a bunch of different, I did all the work for you guys. So you're going to have all the research there, okay? But, okay, and then it says newer, healthier cells. In nutrition education, this was written by a PhD who is in charge of the nutrition education for Columbia University. And so the word autophagy basically means, according to Google here, is eat itself or eat. That's what it means. And autophagy means self-eating. Okay? So what that word autophagy basically means is self-eating of old damaged cells and the old crappy proteins that are floating around to be used to regenerate newer cells, newer, healthier cells. You see how important autophagy is to be in some level of autophagy throughout the day, which you can, and they're learning more and more about this. You know, it seems like every month something new comes out about this. So obviously, your program that you're working with, or the trainer that you're working with, or the health professional, or the doctor, or whoever, you need to ask them, how do I put myself into autophagy throughout the day? And have them explain it to you. That's part of your education and your own research. Now, if they don't understand what that means or what autophagy is, they need to research it themselves, and not just research. I mean, there's plenty of science to cover what I'm saying, but they need to actually do it themselves. Now, like I said, Emily, I've been doing this for a long time, and so we've been in every aspect of autophagy. I mean, I'm talking major, super deep. We know how deep we can go by just doing our glucose levels and our ketone levels. We know how deep we are. But physically, we can feel when we're in autophagy. There's a lot of health benefits. I think one of the biggest ones that most of you don't even know about, and most medical professionals are not acknowledging because they don't want to, is that by doing a ketogenic diet or a primal eating diet, which is a high-fat, low-carb diet, and combining it with intermittent and prolonged fasting, you're going to find the research by Dr. Thomas Seinfeld out of Boston College says he is now reversing cancer because cancer feeds off, what's cancer's main, what's their main food source? Well, sugar. Now, if you're eating starchy carbs, carbs turn into what? Sugar. If you're eating a lot of fruit, fruit turns into what? Sugar. So the cancer's got plenty of food. But if you take the food away from the cancer, like Dr. Thomas Seinfeld says, and you can go to his YouTube videos and watch him because he's teaching other doctors about this, you can see where he's been reversing cancer by starving cancer cells because cancer cells can't live off fat. You've heard me a couple days ago, or a couple of my videos ago, I talk about you have two energy sources. You've got one which is driven by sugar, and then you got one which is driven by ketones or fat. Well, if you have belly fat, that's what? Stored fat. Okay, if you're constantly eating carbs, you're never going to dip into that stored belly fat. It ain't going to happen. You have to deplete your liver of that sugar or carbs completely for a certain amount of time, and then teach your body to switch over to that stored body fat and draw that out as fuel to operate your body throughout the day. I'm not going to get into that. You guys heard me talk about that. You can message me. I'll send you information about my online personal coaching, which we educate people exactly how to do all this stuff. But let me tell you what some of the benefits are so you guys can get an understanding. And the research I'm going to have with this video in the description section when I post it on YouTube, you can click on the blog, and the research for these benefits will be there also. But the number one thing you have to understand is the detoxing effect of autophagy. Inflammation is the root cause of all diseases, every disease. Well, the body has a mechanism that's able to flush out inflammation naturally, and that's called autophagy. So that's number one, natural way for the body to detox. Number two, anti-aging. Number three, boosting the immune system. Now, how important is it to know how to boost the immune system today with this COVID-19. I just heard President Trump talk today about the COVID-19 and where we're at. And he mentioned today the biggest issue is people who have a depressed immune system, which most of the public does because of their lifestyle and because they're eating the Western meals or the high processed meals. So of course it affects the immune system. Now, he mentioned that why you kids aren't as affected by COVID-19? Well, it's a very simple answer. Very simple answer. Because they have a strong immune system. They haven't been on the planet long enough to destroy it. But it seems nowadays that younger kids are starting to get depressed immune system and they're getting sick guts. I mean, how in the world can a kid have acid reflux or have diverticulitis at 7 years old? That is ludicrous, but it's happening out there. Okay, so it boosts your immune system. Number 4, big factor here, boost good gut health. Why is good gut health important? Most of the public out there, it's an epidemic. A sick gut here in the United States is now an epidemic. Diverticulitis, colitis, IBS, I mean all those gut issues. Gluten intolerant, that's all gut issues. If you have those issues, 80% of your immune system is in your gut. What do you have? You have a depressed gut. Now this one here, I just don't know why. I need to talk about this more, and I should. I've talked about it before. There's actually a great book that explains the lymphatic system and how important it is. We as health consultants or health coaches probably don't talk enough about it, but that's one of the things that I look at when I'm talking to a client. I'm looking at their if they're hydrating their body sufficiently, because hydration plays a big part in the lymphatic system. See, the lymphatic system is known as your waste treatment plant in your body. Now, why is that important? Well, because that's how if you're in autophagy, that's how your body is flushing out what? Toxic chemicals, the environmental toxins in your cells that you breathe, the environmental toxins that are in your food that are stored in your cells. Autophagy flushes it out. Well, it has to go somewhere, right? Well, you need to understand how important the lymphatic system is. And one of the root causes to a sluggish lymphatic system is dehydration. See, the blood has heart to push it through the body because there's a pump, right? There's a pump. Well, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. Movement is what makes the lymphatic system go through the body and then flush out all the toxic chemicals. So if you have a sluggish lymphatic system, you're going to create mountains of inflammation at the cellular level, at the organs, through the whole body. And if you're dehydrated, it even makes it worse. So see, there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, guys. So it's pretty simple on how to help your lymphatic system keep flowing and pushing out the toxins like the body is designed to. That's by hydrating with the right water. You guys are hydrating with toxic chemical water. All your bottled water is toxic. I mean, you guys have seen my videos, and I'm hammering people all the time about it. And I don't care what they think. They're wrong. The bottled water is toxic. It's killing you slowly, killing your kids slowly. You're not able to hydrate yourself sufficiently if you're drinking city water or bottled water or what's ever in a plastic container. It's not going to work. When you change over to hydrogen-rich water, you're automatically going to start detoxing yourself naturally, just like autophagy does. So you're just escalating your detoxification even better by just changing the type of water you're drinking. Then you're going to hydrate the lymphatic system, which is going to help to flow through the body more easily and flush out those toxins more efficiently. Okay? Okay, number 6. Helps to produce new stem cells, also known as muscle stem cells. Very important, very important, especially for those of you that are 40 over. That's going to help you to start looking younger. That's going to change your skin. There's another benefit here that's pretty cool that Emily and I are really looking forward to, and we're starting to see some results. Helps to balance your hormones. Guys, one of the root causes to why those of you that are 50 over and that are holding on to that belly fat and you're doing everything right, you think, you're doing cardio every day, you're doing exercising every day, that's not coming off, you don't learn the root cause of what imbalanced hormones are and what's causing them and which hormones are the ones that are causing you the issues. You can do all the exercising you want. You can do all the dieting you want. You can do all the, you can eat a perfect keto meal. Nothing's going to happen until you figure out and see what the root cause is to which hormones are causing you issues. And it's not that hard to do if you have a program that teaches you it. You cannot do it without monitoring your glucose level or your ketone levels. You try to do it by guessing without monitoring your blood glucose or your blood ketone levels, it's going to take you forever, and most likely you're probably going to fail. Okay? So it helps to balance your hormones, especially your muscle building hormones, which is your testosterone and growth hormones and neuroadrenaline, all that stuff. And then, of course, this is for those of you that are 50 over. Now, guys, I don't care how old you are, you can still benefit from all these. They have research showing they went into a senior home and they were able to take seniors that were in their 80s and 90s, and they actually were able to add lean muscle mass by changing their lifestyle. It can be done. Okay, those of you that are type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic, autophagy helps to regulate glucose, blood sugar for the pre-diabetics and type 2 diabetics. Like I said, I have actual case studies showing this to be true. It's into the description center with the rest of the science. Promotes an increase in growth hormones for me and Emily. That's very important for us because most of you that are 50 plus, your estrogen is sky high and your testosterone is dead low. Bad. It's bottomed out. Not a good combination. And your family doctor, he is not a hormone specialist. You need to see a bioidentical hormone specialist that specializes in certain hormones that will help you add lean muscle, helps with anti-aging. Emily and I work with very, very close with a doctor here in town. Her name is Dr. Blanchette. We communicate between each other, and so we help each other. But she's one of the best hormone specialists I've found. Now, I've found a couple other ones. There's a client in Washington. She found one. Canada, she found one. So they're out there, but they're bioidentical hormone specialists, and they know hormones. That's the key. You family doctors, what do they tell you? Well, if I were to go to a family doctor or my primary doctor and I say I want a hormone panel, I think I have some issues, and they do a hormone panel, what do you think the doctor is going to say to me when she gets it, sits me in her office, and reads it to me? She's going to look at the panel and she's going to say, oh, that's good for your age. Oh, that's good for your age. Oh, that's good for your age. Now, do you hear what I'm saying here? Oh, that's good for your age. I'm 68 years old. You know what my testosterone level was? And I thought I was cocky. I thought mine was up. I was down to less than 300. That is really bad. Oh, but that's okay for my age. 300? I think I was 356 for my age. Why in the world would I want to have my testosterone at 356 when a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old are around 1100 to 12? Wouldn't it make sense that I want that kind of testosterone level? What's that going to help? Well, when your testosterone is up high, like 1100, 1200, where I want to be all the time, what's going to happen to my estrogen level? that hormone that causes issues. It's going to drop. So you raise your testosterone, and then you drop the estrogen. Huge, huge benefits for a senior. Huge benefits. It will help regulate your growth hormones also and all the other muscle building hormones. So you see, as I'm saying, your family doctor doesn't know anything about hormones. I'm sorry, but they don't. It's not their fault, so don't blame them because they don't have time to understand it. They don't have time to know that you can adjust your hormones by just changing your lifestyle and the meals you're eating and when you eat them. That could change your whole hormone complex. Then some people like me, I had to go to a specialist because I was so tanked out and so bad because of my past life and what I was eating, and then dabbling in steroids when I was young and causing major organ issues. My hormones were freaking tanked out, and I had to go to Dr. Blanchette. And after it probably took about a year, but she's got me all straightened out now, and I am flying I feel great. My testosterone level is staying at 900 to 1200. This week, I'm going to be getting another blood test to see how my hormones are. And so that's exactly what I'm telling you guys. There's a lot to the puzzle. You just you gotta decide you want to be healthy. Those of you that are 50 or older, the way I see it is I want to enjoy whatever life I have left. I want to enjoy it standing straight, walking fast, and doing everything I wanted to do when I was young also. That's what I want to do. Okay, so let's get back to this. So number 9, promote and increase growth hormones for those of you 50 plus, which is anti-aging. Helps to starve cancer cells and benefits with many disease models. Now, Dr. Thomas Seinfeld out of Boston College is the doctor that is promoting this. He's got many, many videos explaining the science behind what I'm just saying here. So if you want to know more about that, if you're battling cancer or if you're post-cancer, you really need to look into this so you can understand it, okay? Now, this one is kind of hard to believe, but Emily and I, a few years, I lost probably 50 or 60 pounds in a kind of short amount of time. And we're both old, obviously. So when you lose that excess body fat and you're old, what happens to your skin? Those of us that are 50 plus, we know. It's very saggy. So even though you're down to a really healthy body fat, you still have the saggy skin in the mid area or in the arms here in this area or in the arms here, right? Well, guess what? There's science research. Now, I'm not talking about blogs. I'm talking about actual abstract. You guys who follow me know what I mean about abstract science. There are actually human science cases over X amount of time that has been published by a legitimate science journal. And I have those journals in this blog post, which will be in the description center. Help to tighten skin, especially for you 50 plus seniors. Understand, this does not happen in just a couple of weeks or 3 months or 6 months. I'm going to warn you right now. It doesn't happen. It could take 2 years. It could take 3 years. It depends on how consistent you guys are. If you're eating what I call clean foods, and that means clean meat. And what do you think I mean by clean meat or clean eggs? What do you think I'm talking about? Inflammation is going to slow down the ability for autophagy to tighten up your skin if you're especially over 50 plus, especially if you've lost a whole lot of weight and your skin is sagging. It's going to take time, but the science is saying you stay consistent with that protocol that you've lost, that is working, and you put yourself in some kind of autophagy consistently. It doesn't matter what level. 16 hours or a 16-hour fast is what most people are doing. Okay, it's pretty normal. The thing is, you're not really dipping into the real benefits of fasting by just doing a 16-hour. You just push that 16 hours, say every other day or every 2 or 3 days or whatever you want to do. You guys follow me, you know what our fasting protocol is. But you go that extra 2 hours, say 18 hours, puts you in deeper autophagy. 20 hours puts you in deeper autophagy. Say a 20, I mean, when you start going in the 24 hours, 26, 32 hours, that's when the magic really starts. Now, you guys have heard me many, many times that I really, really push the alternate day fasting. I'm not a fan of doing consecutive long-term fasting. Now, let me rephrase that. Somebody who is obese, somebody who has a major medical issue like type 2 diabetes. Now, yes, I will do more of the longer fasts during that month because they have a medical underlying issue and we need to get their blood sugars down quickly as possible. But if you're just planning to lose weight, you don't need to jump and do a lot of long terms. Just do the alternate day fastings like I like. And that's going to get you the benefits also. Okay? So number 11 was the tightening of the skin. And then, of course, number 12 is there are many more benefits. I can't list them all, guys. There's a ton of them. Okay? So, guys, after hearing what I'm seeing, and then if you do go to this YouTube, and when I post it, and you click on the description, and you click on that blog and see all the science, that should pretty much tell you that you might want to look into this. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is to get off the couch, get on your computer, and message me and ask for information on how you can learn how to put yourself into a very healthy environment, which is autophagy, and change your life forever. That's the next step. But until you do that, you're going to just keep doing the same thing you're doing, and it's all a guessing game. Because if you try to do all this on your own, you're going to lose time, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And most people I've seen that try to do it themselves, they pretty much fail. Okay? So guys, there's my scoop on your ultimate goal when trying to change your life to a healthier lifestyle forever. Your ultimate goal is to fully understand what autophagy is and to fully understand the different levels of autophagy. You don't need, like I said, you don't need to do a ton of long fastings every day. I'm not a fan of that, especially for those of you that are 50 over that are looking to add lean muscle. You got to be very careful of that. But I am a fan of alternate day fasting, which I've really seen a lot of great benefits, not just on myself, but on my clients as well. And it's very flexible, and it's really not that hard, but you still have to be patient. You got to let your body adjust or acclimate to this new lifestyle. The body you've been a carboholic for so many years, your body is so used to burning sugar as its only fuel, and you keep adding fat, and you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, especially in the belly area when you're 50 over. So don't think it's going to change just by overnight. And that's one thing I have to explain to people when I'm doing the evaluation or interview with them before I take them on as a client. So I want them to realize that this is not going to be this isn't a quick fix pill. They don't work. You guys know that. Okay? So guys, I hope I was able to explain how important autophagy is and how important it is to be in some level of autophagy daily. I hope you understand that a little bit better now. So guys, like I said, if you want to see this YouTube, you can go to YouTube. If you want to share it with your friends, have them go to Bill, type in Bill Mabry YouTube channel, subscribe to it, or go ahead and join. Now, I got some really great fat burning recipes on my group page. I also got some fat burning desserts on my group page. For those of you that have a sweet tooth and still want to lose weight, you just have to go to my Weight Loss Made Easy solution, join the group, okay? And you'll get there'll be a download section in that group page that you can actually download the recipes. So guys, hope you guys are having a great day so far. This is my video for the day, and I will see you guys the next time around. Have a good day.